Welcome to My Zone Online School. My name is Teacher Mutsa. Get your education booklet in our daily newspaper, street sales, or at your school every Monday to Thursday for pre-primary up until grade 3. The lessons are for listening or watching online. Inside the newspapers, there is an insert of the lesson booklet. Please cut the top of the lesson booklet with a pair of scissors and fold it for ready to use. But there is more. We are also available on our online platforms, MyZone and Zoshi Facebook pages, and in addition, our website, Zoshi Online. Hello grade 3s and welcome to My Zone Online School. My name is Teacher Mutsa and thank you so much for joining me today. Our theme this week is heating and cooling and the effects of seasons. Before we get into any lessons, boys and girls, we know that we need to sanitize. Remember, when we sanitize, we're trying to be responsible, making sure that we are always safe wherever we go. So sanitize as regularly as possible. Make sure your hands are dry before you touch anything else. For today's lesson, we will be doing reading comprehension, vocabulary, sight words, number concept development. Let's start our lesson today, boys and girls, by going to page 17. On page 17, we are going to start off with a reading comprehension. Now remember, we read 3 times. The first time is to understand what the story is all about. The second time is after we have read our questions and understood so that we can look for our answers. And then the third time is to make sure that all of our answers are correct. Let's start with the heading. The effects of seasons. Reading comprehension. Long ago, a wise woman lived in Sumwe. Her name was Ayua, which means sun. One winter, the people of the village gathered. "It is too cold," says a little girl. "The sun is too bright," says a mother. "The soil is too dry," says a farmer. Ayua then stood up and said to her people, "It cannot be summer and winter at the same time. It cannot rain while it is cold." She points to the sky. "Look at the birds the birds are flying home. Winter is over and summer begins. Soon it will be hot and then it will rain. Our crops will grow, then we will harvest." She continues. The people of the village realized that Ayua was right. They agreed with her and decided to adapt to the weather conditions. So this was our comprehension, boys and girls, and I'm sure we all know a very wise woman in our communities. So now that we are done reading it for a first time, we now need to go and answer the questions, but we are only taking a look at the questions. Number 1 says, Where did the wise woman live? Where did the wise woman live? Number 2 says, what is the meaning of her name? What is the meaning of her name? Number 3 says, during which season did the people gather? During which season did the people gather? Number 4 says, who said, the sun is too bright? Who said, the sun is too bright? And number 5 said, what did the little girl say? What did the little girl say? So go ahead, boys and girls, continue by reading it a second time. Remember, keep your eyes and ears wide open for all those answers. Then go ahead and write them down. After that, read it for a third time to make sure that all your answers are correct. When you are done with that page, boys and girls, we can now move on to the next page, page 18. On page 18, we are going to be doing our vocabulary and our sight words. Remember, vocabulary words are probably new words that we have not bumped into. And then sight words are the ones that we normally see when we are reading and writing, but we need to use often. Let's read our vocabulary words. We have the words summer, winter, blossom, shades, weather, change, temperature, rain, wind, clouds, conditions. Now let's read our sight words. Green, yellow, brown, this, that, these, and those. Now, as we do all our work this week, we are going to bump into all of these words somewhere. So keep your eyes and ears wide open and try to use them if you're going to be making sentences. Have fun with both pages, continue reading and practicing, and I'll see you when we're done after the adverb break.
Follow us on MyZone Facebook Active Kids to watch your daily lesson and other fun activities with Zoe and Zoshi.
For the next part of our exercise, boys and girls, let's go to page 19. On page 19, we are going to be doing number concept development. This is all about numbers, how we see them, how we write them, how we read them. So let's do the first one for each and every one of them. The first part is asking us to write the numbers as they are in numbers. Then the second one is asking us to write them in words. After that, we're going to write each number in standard form. And then we're going to do it in expanded form. So let's take a look because we're going to do each one together. Now the first one that we have is on the board. We have the one where we're writing them in numerals, which means numbers. Here we have the words 567. Now the trick, boys and girls, is to write it the same way we have said it. We started with 500. So that is the number we're going to start with. Then we move on to the next number, 67. So we're just going to take that same number and say 67. And now it is complete. 567. So now that we're done writing them in numerals, it's now time to write the numbers in words. Here we have our number in numerals, 732. So we need to start by writing 700. Let's write the 7 and then we write the 100. Very good. Make sure that your handwriting is nice and neat. So I've written 700, but I'm not done. I've only done this part of our numerals. Now it's time for me to write 32. Now we don't just write 732. There needs to be a yes, an and. So we say 700 and, there we go. Now we continue, 30, there we go, 32. Well done. Let me take more chalk because this one looks like it's finishing. So remember to space your numbers equally. Make sure that when you're writing them in words, it's the same as well. Leave proper spacing and your letters must be the same size. So we have 732. Well done, everyone. Now the next part is asking us to put it in the other type of writing where we put the words together. This one is called standard form. So when we put the words or numbers together, it becomes standard form. Here we have 700 plus 50 plus 8. All you need to do is cross out the zeros. 1, 2, 3. Then write the number again, this time without the zeros. So we have our 7 that we have taken here, our 5, and our 8. Now 700 plus 50 plus 8 equals 758. Now the opposite of this is called expanded form, where we take a number and we stretch it out according to their tens and units, just like how it was on top. Here we have 298. So the first digit we're going to write is 200. So we will say 2 as the first digit and then 100. But we are not done. We need to add it. So we say 200 plus, the next one we have is 90. So we take our 9 as our digit and we add the 0 for the tens to make it 90. But we're not done yet. We still have our unit, which is 8. So we go ahead and write our unit 8. Now we know that 298 equals 200 plus 90 plus 8. So go ahead, boys and girls. It's your turn to do all of them. Remember, for the first one, you're writing them in numerals. The second part, you're writing them in words. The third part, you are doing it in standard form, which makes it smaller. And then the last part is expanded form. Have fun with all our number development today, and I'll see you soon after the advert break.
Do you have children in the age range of 5 to 6 years and want to participate in our school booklet program? Please contact us on 081 74 3759 and we will put you on our distribution list for the attention of pre-primary schools. Topics include family, summer, culture, traditions and houses, transport and communications, occupations, autumn and more. We distribute countrywide in over 10 different languages.
Boys and girls, we have now come to the end of our lesson, but I hope you had fun. Remember, if you're not sure what to do or how to do it, that's okay. You can ask an adult for help. Please make sure that you finish your work though by yourself. So now that we're done with our work, we need to sanitize. Remember, sanitizing is very important, especially during these times. Make sure that you sanitize as regularly as possible. Keep your mask on at school as well. Make sure your hands are dry before you touch anything else. I wonder, I haven't seen Sashi today. Oh, there you are. I saw you. So, from Sashi and I would like to say thank you so much for joining us today and goodbye.
Our online school will help you along the way. Find us at www.zoshi.online and download the booklet. Follow us on Facebook to never miss a video. Subscribe to our Zoshi Telegram channel if you want to receive daily updates. Proudly sponsored by the Ministry of Education, Arts and Culture, Namibian Community Trust, UNICEF, My Zone Online School, Amos Meerkat Syllabus, and Capricorn Foundation.